Hello, Carlos here. We're gonna do a top 10 best PlayStation 3 games and top 10 best PlayStation 4 games in my collection. Uh, this is just a conversation, so enjoy. Uh, so, number 10 would be uh, Grand Theft Auto 4. But there's also Grand Theft Auto 5. But here's the thing though. Grand Theft Auto 4 has some choppiness to the game. Uh, Grand Theft Auto 5 has better polished gameplay, even in PlayStation 3. We'll get back to that a little later. So, number 9, it's gonna be the Batman Arkham games, especially Arkham City. Arkham City has the most breathing, the most robust game worlds that you'll ever have in a licensed game. Okay, this is a licensed game, but it's a good game nonetheless. They did it very well because it's Rocksteady. They know how to do open world games, and I feel like Arkham City was Rocksteady's best game because it was a labor of love. Like, they wanted Arkham City to be perfected as one of the best Batman games ever. That's just the way I see Arkham City. In that open world, you're able to roam the world, meet the characters. You can even get to not secret characters, but like point of interest. There you go. I think that's the way to describe it. So I like Arkham Asylum too, but the thing is, it's more secluded to the prison system. And I think that's a great starter game to understand how to code the game for a future game, if that makes sense. Because Arkham City got better because of their innate idea of what they wanted to do for the next game. So that's number 9. Number 8. It would be God of War. God of War has great gameplay, great story. It's epic, and the music is so good. You can hear it in your head for a long time. It's obviously polished over the God of War games on PlayStation 2, so it's more of their improvement. Now, number 7 is Ninja Gaiden Sigma. It's more or less a remaster slash port because it's basically the same game as the Xbox version of Ninja Gaiden, I call it that because it's more or less a reboot of the Ninja Gaiden games on Nintendo, which is NES. This is more like a reboot, remaster. I don't know how you call it, but it's actually like the same game as the Xbox game. So yeah. Number 6 would be Devil May Cry 4. There's also like a collection, but yeah, this is Devil May Cry 4 special edition version, by the way. Collector's edition. I'm sorry. But there's a special edition version on PlayStation 4, whatever. Okay, so now that's now number 5 would be one of these Call of Duty games. Okay? I'm gonna start with Black Ops 2. One of the best Call of Duty games in the list. It's very polished. An improvement over Modern Warfare 2, which is number 5. Okay? Now, for me, Call of Duty 4 is number 3. It's not the best game ever, but it's the best Call of Duty game we can have. And I'll tell you why. No first-person shooter will have a frantic, silky smooth, 60 frames per second arcade shooter. Nobody's gonna do it better than Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Nobody. They lost everything after that, but whatever. Number 2. There's another game that I was thinking of, but there's another game I was thinking of, but I'll leave it there for now, and I'll leave that up to interpretations later. But number 1 game is definitely Metal Gear Solid 4, the Guns of the Patriots. Okay? Fresh in box. Look at that. I got this at launch. Great story. Great gameplay. Well, it's not perfect, but it's still a Hideo Kojima game. Great suspense. The graphics are very nice. Though the way I played it, it was a little off because of the TV I was playing on. But that's how I remember it. Runner-up, and this could be the second one, but I'm not too sure. Condemned 2. The first one is also good too. The problem is, like the other games, is that Condemned is a little glitchy, um, a little, choppy. There you go. The frame rate drops. The frame rate skips sometimes here and there. It's not perfect, but it's what it is. I'm sorry. Sega should really get a remaster done, repolish the game more, release it as a new game, a collection, I don't know. But I would replay the game if the game was more 60 frames per second. But the way I played it, it was more 30 frames / choppy. So that's kind of GoldenEye choppiness. Now, another runner-up would be Unreal Tournament. Not perfect, not great, but still a great mindless game. It's Unreal, so whatever. Another runner-up is it's a Call of Duty game. Modern Warfare 3. It's the Elite Edition. It came with like a card. Yeah, here it is. The Founders Edition card. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but there's the head logo down there, and there's the founder. So Call of Duty Elite was a service that is currently closed. Come on. Yeah. So, now, next up, PlayStation 4. It's a larger library, but still, I'm gonna do top 10. Now, number 10 is, no wait, you know what? Number 10 is Grand Theft Auto 5. But like I said, it's a more polished version of the PlayStation 3 version. Okay? This game sold over 100 million copies. So, this is, by now, you should already know what this is. There's a lot of them out there. Okay, so, number 9. Nier Automata. Okay? Not perfect, but it has a mismatch of games in one. It's not a all-in-one encompassing RPG game. It's more like a divergent of side-scrolling, action slasher, 2D side-scroller, shooter. It's all over the place, but still a great game. Okay? So, number 8 is, where is it? There you go. Final Fantasy 15. It has some choppiness, but if you really polish the game, it's actually a good game. It has a cooking game in there, it has a pinball game in there, it has an arcade game in there. It has everything for everybody. That's what the appeal is. It's not just an action RPG, though that's what it is, the overall arching idea of it, but that's what it is. So, number number 7 is, I think it's number 7, so I'm gonna go ahead with this one. Wipeout. Another, I love the Wipeout games, so I'm not too surprised that Wipeout is in this list. So, number 6 would be, hold up here. I have a lot of Call of Duty games, so I'm getting a little lost in the weeds here. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so, number 6. Titanfall 2. Especially the single player game. That story, especially towards the end, is such a great experience that cannot be replicated. You know, it talks about like timelines and like time travel. You are in a different world where the Titans or the operators, they are like somewhere else and you're over here, and your job is to try to connect both worlds some way, somehow. And towards the end, you know, you're on top of a blade of sword, you know, and you jump in there. You have to time it, by the way. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 blades in there. So you have to jump down and switch between that world and this world. And if you miss one world, you die. But if you do get to the next world, that you proceed until you get to the end. That was mind-blowing. I didn't understand. I don't know how they did it, but that's what they did. That's a spoiler, but it's an old game, so it doesn't matter. So, now, number 5 is Diablo. I love Diablo games, and they are a time waster. Great games. Diablo 3 has a lot of flack because it was more cartoony. Not cartoony, but it's also not dark. Okay, so that's why it got the flack that it got. Okay? Another mention is there's a Diablo 2 Resurrected on PlayStation 4, which is download only. I didn't like that idea, by the way. That's a bad idea. I would put it in a disc and be done with it. I don't know what that was about. I guess they're trying to like polish the game until it's playable. But I mean, the incomplete games need to stop. Seriously. It's a 10-year-old game and don't even need to. Whatever, bro. That argument sailed, bro. Okay, so number 4 is Devil May Cry 5. Beautiful game. Beautiful. Number 4 would need to be, and this is a very hard list to do because I had a lot of PlayStation 4 games, but I'm gonna go with Metal Gear Solid 4. Okay? It's got a lot of flack right now, so it's very incomplete. And the problem is, Konami is the one default in this. Okay? If Konami had just let Kojima do his thing and let... Oh my God. Konami, come on, man. There's a incomplete chapter. That's one part. There's cut scenes. There's cut missions. So the game is... It came out pretty nice. It's just that there's missing parts that don't make sense in the whole thing. Especially the Zanzibar location. You're in a jungle in Africa. And parts of it feels empty. Because it's cut content in there. Supposedly you're supposed to like recruit a bunch of kids, a bunch of Africans. Let's keep it that way, okay? I'm not going down that route. I'm sorry, I'm not going down that road. Supposedly you're supposed to recruit those kids and do the killing of people. Let's put it that way, mildly. I would be saying it differently, but let's just keep it that way. Okay? So that's what's supposed to happen in that spot of the game. Metal Gear, it has a big lore that that needs a lot of like build up story to Metal Gear Solid 5. If you bought where is it? Okay, right here. Metal Gear Solid 4, you would need to learn about Metal Gear Solid 3, 2, 1. Go up and you'll be caught up. Okay? That's what it is supposed to be. But Metal Gear Solid 5, great game. Just keep in mind, cut content everywhere. That's Konami's fault, and Konami is getting a lot of flack for it. There was even a Game Awards controversy when Konami got booed out of the building. Booed out of the building. Booed. Okay, so number 3, I think, I wanted to do the story time thing because I know you like content and conversation, so that was conversation for you guys. Hope you like that part. Okay, so a lot of Call of Duty games. So I'm gonna put Call of Duty games in one spot. Okay. It's hard to choose here. But I'm gonna focus on 2, 3. Modern Warfare 2 is in there, so that's not gonna be talked about right now. I'm gonna do it later in a different video. I'm just gonna do the top 10 list and be done with it. So, okay, so Call of Duty. Okay? Modern Warfare is here. Modern Warfare 2 is in there. So, but I want to talk about 2 games. Okay? Yes, I got this expensive 2-pack. And Advanced Warfare. Okay? So, in my opinion, these 2 games are very good. A lot of people give these 2 games a lot of flack because they're futuristic games. But they forgot that hold up here. 1 second here. Supposed to be somewhere. Where is it? I had it right here. They forgot. Black Ops 2 did it well. But the problem is Advanced Warfare is the first of 3 games that or 4 games. Okay? Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Infinite Warfare, and Advanced Warfare. Okay? That's 4 futuristic games in a row. The issue in my mind is that Advanced Warfare didn't need to get the flack. It was a great game, especially multiplayer. Okay? It was exactly like where is it? Modern Warfare 2 in some places. Okay? Both in the way the weapons work, the gunplay feels, and the movement felt like Modern Warfare 2. I'm not talking about the new one. I'm talking about this one. They both felt the same in some way. Not entirely, but in some way they have some similarities, especially the iron sights. They feel so similar. That's where they got the inspiration from. Because if you really think about it, the iron sights in Modern Warfare 2 was bright. But a lot of people don't like Advanced Warfare because of jetpacks. I don't like jetpacks, but in Advanced Warfare, they got it pretty right. Not entirely right, but pretty right. Okay? The pop and Infinite Warfare. My only issue with Infinite Warfare is that the multiplayer section, it was polished. Yes, it was. Especially if you go into a multiplayer server. It felt silky smooth. But the problem is, the controls, well, don't get me wrong, but it felt a little off, a little bit. But aim assist doesn't really exist in Infinite Warfare. That's what the casuals got mad about, because it's not catering to them, and it's, I don't know, you would need to understand how it feels. But the actual servers, when you get into the server and you play the actual game, when you run, you walk, it felt like 120 frames per second. Some people don't feel it, but it's there. I felt it. The problem is a lot of people look at jetpacks and say, oh no, I just want boots in the ground. Whatever, man. But the campaign, I will give that more props. More props. Okay? I don't think people disagree with that either. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. And that's for the PlayStation 4. Now, PlayStation 4 number one game would have to be if I could, it would be Metal Gear Solid 5, but I already put it at number 3 or 4, somewhere there. But I'm just gonna have to call it a spade. God of War. Okay? There's also runner-up, Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's a remake of the original Final Fantasy VII. Okay? So, that's my number one. God of War Ragnarok is up there too. I can go get it if you want me to. Here we go. See, as you can see, I have God of War Ragnarok and Modern Warfare 2. Okay, so now, with that said, runner-up is Spider-Man. The other runner-up is Horizon. So yeah, runner-up is also Resident Evil Village. Which is a little shame, because this is actually, like, in my opinion, it's a sequel to Resident Evil 4. Yeah. Similar gameplay, setting, well, not the gameplay, but like the setting is similar, but the gameplay is played from a first-person perspective. However, the gameplay feels a little similar because of the puzzles and the briefcase, the adding stuff like the herbs, and other items, that kind of thing. I think that's all for this video. Have a nice day. Enjoy the comment section. Alright, welcome to the top 10 digital PlayStation 4 games list. This will be the final part of the top 10 PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 games conversation. So as you can see, these are my purchase titles. Okay, so number 10 is Battlefield 4. Since then, Electronic Arts has been trashing the series somehow. Okay, so number 9 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. It's practically the same game as Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare disc that we talked about a while ago on this conversation. Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered is the single player portion of the Modern Warfare 2 game. It's a remaster. They're like similar games, but this one has no multiplayer. This one has multiplayer. Okay, so 8. Let me go down here. Come on. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. This is a shorter game than the Phantom Pain. This one comes before this one. These two games interchange the story, but this one is more like a short story than this one. This one is the full game. Okay. Number 7. I'll put Panzer Dragoon Remake in here because it's such a great game. If you have the Saturn version, you know what to expect from Panzer Dragoon Remake. Fantastic game. Okay. Now, let me see. Number 6. It's gonna be the beginning hour of Resident Evil 7. It doesn't really exist anymore because it's actually like a demo to Resident Evil 7. This one's Resident Evil 2, similar, but not exactly similar. It's one part of the entire game. This one is an entirely different game. You go into like a little house, and your job is to solve the problems and the puzzles of the entire beginning hour. Sorry, I missaw that. I'm sorry. I'm looking at two screens at the same time. I apologize. Okay, so number 6 is Sonic Mania. Fantastic, great short game. It is pretty much a love letter to Sonic fans, Sonic games, but it has all brand new levels. Not entirely brand new, but it has ideas that is derived from the first 3 Sonic games. I would have to put Sniper Elite in this list, and it's gonna be on number 5. Fantastic. I got it for cheap, and I gotta say, once I finished the game, I walked from it from like a very satisfied customer. Such a great game if you can pick it up. Okay. Number 4 is Strider. Um, it's a homage to the classic 2D style of uh gaming. Such a great game. I think it's 4 now. Okay. Okay, let's go back up here. Wait, hold up here. Now, I think number 4 is gonna be Resident Evil 4. Ironic, but such a great game. 3, this little guy right here. Classic beat 'em up. Great game. It's a brand new game, but it's a good game. It takes ideas from the arcade games. 2 is Doom 64. Number 1 best game is Dead Cells. Great Metroidvania PlayStation 4 games. It originally came out on Nintendo Switch, but it's still all the same great game. Runner-up is Resurrected here. Oh, and Unravel. Okay, so Samurai Showdown, excellent. Shadow of the Colossus, excellent. Okay, so what the Mega Man games, especially this collection. It's a collection of Game Boy Advance games into console games. Great. Hollow Knight, excellent game, but hard. Very hard. At least from what I played. Final Fantasy. It's basically the PlayStation version, but all the same. If you can get it, go get it. The Doom games. Devil May Cry Special Edition. Both that. Well, there's also this, but this is more like a more polished version of DMC. Alright. This is also a good game too. If you can get it, get it. It just keep in mind it's more like a point and click game. It's not one of those action games that you find on video games today. But it's actually a good story in there. And it is where I think the current civilization is trying to go. Don't like the idea, but that's what it is. Borderlands. Not perfect, but hey, it's Borderlands. It's a shame what they did to the franchise, honestly. Sorry. Now, I only recently got this, but Axiom Verge. Alright, so that'll be all for this last part of the conversation of top 5, top 10 best PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 games, and top 10 PlayStation 4 digital games. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and chill out, everybody.